This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN and features what might just be the weirdest sponsored segment I've ever done, which is very fitting for this video because this redstone contraption is probably going to be one of the weirdest ones that I've built in a little while as well. You know redstone doors, right? The door goes in the middle, and then you have all of the redstone around it. Like this, or this, or this. But what if I was to make a door where the redstone was on the inside and the door was on the outside? I mean, it would be a totally cursed looking thing. Oh, things are getting weird already. Even Minecraft doesn't want me to construct what I'm about to build. Oh boy. Okay, so this is the space for the redstone, and then this outer ring here, this is going to be our piston door. That is possibly the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Now I'm going to start things off with my cheaty version because, I don't think this counts. Instead of building the redstone door where the blocks get retracted inwards, I've built it so that the blocks get pushed outwards, which definitely works. Like, it works really, really well. Look, we've got ourselves an open, very bad looking door, and the closing works as well. It's all incredibly fast. This thing's rapid, and it's fairly compact as well. I mean, this thing's only 2 blocks wide. I don't know, I feel like having the blocks be pushed towards the outer edge of the door, that's against the spirit of what I had in mind for this build. Because although I acknowledge that this door is absolutely horrendous, I want to build this horrendous door properly, so it can be properly horrendous. If you're going to do something wrong, do it wrong right. So now the real challenge begins. Okay, first things first, the easy part. Retracting all of the blocks that are in straight lines. This is the piston layout that I've got, and some of you may already be noticing why this is actually going to be quite a tricky redstone contraption. But powering all of the pistons themselves shouldn't be too difficult. I think something like this should do the trick. That does all of them apart from these 4 pistons here. But with a little bit of observer and note block action out the back, everything is all connected up. So now flicking the lever extends all of the blocks and retracts all of the blocks. All in sync, all looking good. The corners are still left. And how are we meant to get the corners? I mean, I can't place a piston in here. I can't place a piston here that would retract these blocks because, well, the blocks for the door are there, and there's a piston here, and I definitely wouldn't be able to retract this block without doing some serious fiddling with pistons. This is difficult. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. And we'll get on to the hard stuff after this sponsored message. This is me. I recently spent $600 on private karate lessons to protect myself from hackers trying to steal my data. Don't be like me. Just use ExpressVPN. That's the thing that's on the internet now. Okay, seriously, ExpressVPN. It creates a secure tunnel between your device and the internet, protecting it from being seen and your data being intercepted, while on unsecured public Wi-Fi networks, such as in coffee shops. No karate training required. But wait, there's more. ExpressVPN lets you connect to servers in 94 different countries. That means any website you visit thinks you're in the country you select. Your favourite show is only available on the UK version of Netflix, but you live in Japan. Just connect to the UK server and you're sorted. This was super useful for me when I was cycling through Europe and wanted to continue binging Paw Patrol, as Canadian Netflix is the only place with all 6 seasons. The season 4 finale was the highlight of the entire trip. Find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by heading over to expressvpn.com/mumbo or clicking on the link down in the description. Well, I think we can all agree that was weird, and I wish to put it out of my mind as fast as possible. So I've given this some thought, and I think the best way to do it is by making use of slime blocks. And what we're going to do is we're going to retract these blocks back by 1 block, across by 1 block, and then down by 1 block. That seems like the only way to really do this. But actually, now that I'm fiddling around with levers, this could end up being embarrassingly easier than I expected. You see, in theory, all I have to do is power this block, then this block down here, and then this piston, which would push it all into place. But of course, that doesn't quite work, as this piston here gets bud powered, means it powers itself too early and gets pushed into place before it's been pushed upwards. But we're definitely on the right track. Okay, we're getting somewhere, I think. The way that I'm going to get around this is by firing 2 pulses into this block, one at the very start of the sequence, one at the very end of the sequence. So on the opening, we'll use the one at the start of the sequence, and on the closing, we'll use the one at the end of the sequence. If that made sense at all, it probably didn't. Honestly, half the time, even I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, another thing that I have to keep in mind is obviously I've got one of these for every 4 corners of the door, which, yeah, keeping this compact, which I really would like to do, It's going to be difficult because, yeah, I do not have much space for wiring here. If I want this to only be, what, 4 blocks wide? Oh, this is going to be a challenge. And I'm not sure why I'm spending so much energy making this monstrosity compact, but there we go. I've seen what the smallest possible size is, and now I want to make it the smallest possible size. But I can't say that it's not giving me headaches. I mean, I'm enjoying the challenge, but this is tricky. I've added in the delay for this bottom piston, and then trying to mirror said delay for this top piston right here. Just needs to be 4 ticks. There's not much space. I swear I'm doing nothing but making things more difficult for myself. I'm getting so confused. What even is happening here? I hate my life. So what if we go fully back to the drawing board? Like really, really back to the drawing board here. I'm going to flip this piston around, and then there's going to be 3 on top and only 2 on this side. I seem to be going backwards somewhat, but sometimes backwards progress is still progress? Is it? I don't know anymore. Is this some actual forward progress? I have got the up and across system working. So now all I have to do is make this piston here extend outwards, and that will be this top corner done. 1 of 3 corners. But, well, I mean, this corner should be exactly the same, so that is fine. The bottom ones, I'm not going to think about for a while. Oh! Oh! Wait! Has that actually just worked? That has actually just worked! Oh my goodness, this thing has actually just worked on me. I was actually starting to lose hope. Okay, so I've managed to build the top left corner. This is taking me so long. This is taking me so long. But that is incredibly exciting. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is very, very good. And it all still fits within the footprint that I had in mind. I have no clue what I'm going to do for the bottom, though. I think I've ruined things for the bottom. Okay, yeah, as much as it is very exciting that I got the top left corner working, with the circuitry that I currently have in place, the bottom section is completely impossible. So that's good. I could, of course, make the actual door itself a little bit bigger to give me a little bit more clearance. But I kind of really want to do it in this size. Why am I doing this to myself? Nobody cares about this door. No one's ever going to build it. Why am I making it so compact? Honestly, for a door this stupid, I'm sure people were happy with the first one. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm going to chalk it up to a weird sort of morbid curiosity. But a morbid curiosity that has taken hours. But I've come back the next day and I don't know why I'm feeling positive. I feel like we're on the final stages here. I just need to get this last little bit. Don't ask me why, because I have no reason to be confident. But I weirdly feel like this might just work. This is an incredibly long time later, by the way. Here goes. Okay. Corners out. Yes! Are you joking me? Are you actually joking me? This has actually worked. Holy mackerel. That is ridiculous. I can't believe it. Oh, something else is broken. Oh, something else is broken. I forgot about powering this piston. Oh, come on, there has to be something I can do. Yep. I think, yep. No! I've managed to sneak in a little bit of redstone dust down here. This might just do it, or it could break everything. So that is the risk that I am willing to take at this point in time. I'm hoping. And potentially succeeding. Oh my goodness. Never before have I put in so much effort for something so stupid. But you know what? Now that we've got both sides in place and it's fully wrapped up in blocks, I can't help but think this thing looks ridiculously awesome. This looks so cool. It looks like a piston door out of Star Wars or something. It's so weirdly futuristic. I don't know how to describe it. I've never quite seen anything like it. And of course, everything is working properly. Even the opening and closing sequences are kind of weirdly cool. Why am I starting to like this? I'm concerned for the fact that I'm really starting to like this. You're meant to be cursed. You're meant to be ugly. I'm meant to be able to reach the end of the video and just completely blast you, but instead, I kind of want to build you in my base. So I guess, yeah, the moral of the story is if you build a bad thing good, then the bad thing becomes good. I think that's a lesson.